Hi, this is the Panda. I'm here today to talk to you about H.P. Lovecraft's The Tomb, the movie that came out in, I think, 2006 or 2007. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Maybe 2008. Anyway, first a little backstory. The original short story, The Tomb, by, as the title implies, H.P. Lovecraft, is one of those short stories that just grips you. If you've read it, you'll remember it. It has this very intense, it's very short, I think it's like 5 pages, but it really just grabs you and you really feel for this character. He's a bit of a douchebag, main character of the book. Actually, what H.P. Lovecraft character isn't a bit of a douchebag when you think about it? Takes one to know one, I guess. Anyway, the whole point of the book is the sort of isolationist issue that the main character has. He does it, sort of ends up, I'm not going to spoil the whole thing, but he ends up realizing he doesn't really care about humanity. And he takes refuge in his dead relatives. You know, realizes, hey, these dead guys, they can party. I'm gonna hang out with them in the family tomb in the back of my ginormous Bruce Waynean mansion. But anyway, the movie, disregard what I just said, that has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. At all. Seriously. Those who know me know I am a movie masochist, okay? There is hardly any bad movie I won't sit through if I think there's some form of entertainment in it. And this was one of those movies that when I saw it at my local rental, I saw it right there on the shelf, just staring in my face. And, you know, first time I went to rent a movie, I think I went with something else. Second time I went with something else again. But it kept sitting there on the shelf, just, hi, watch me. Anyway, yeah, big mistake. Worst. I think I spent 40 crowns on it, renting this piece of shit, and I honestly cannot recommend this movie. I cannot, under any circumstances, recommend that you watch this movie. There is nothing redeemable about it. Well, okay, there's one redeemable thing about it. You can make some pretty fun drinking games out of it. Something I noticed the second time I watched it with a friend. Less said the better. But, you know, that's the one use this movie has as a drinking game. Best way to describe it is shameless Saw ripoff, because let me know if any of this sounds familiar. There's a serial killer on the loose. Fair enough, many movies has that. He likes to kidnap people and lock them in small, tight rooms, just in random places. In this case, a warehouse in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. He likes masks. He's got a thing for masks. He really likes voice changers. His primary way of communicating with the people he's kidnapped and is torturing in these elaborate death traps that really aren't that elaborate, they're just stupid. And that's through a videotape. He's got a thing for puppets. He's also got a thing for toe tags. That's like the one original thing about this movie. Seriously, there's an explanation at the end of this movie. It's pretty much the same as in Saw, if you've seen that. You know, the whole, oh, it was this patient all along. In this case, it was just some guy they all knew and kind of pissed off by, like, didn't pick up his mail one day, or didn't drop off a newspaper, you know, things like that. Just stupid reasons. I don't care if you're a psychotic maniac, that's just stupid reasons to kill anyone. unless of course they first. Never mind. But you know, what really pains me wasn't the fact that this was supposed to be an adaptation. What really pains me is this is just a god-awful bad movie. As I said, I really do mean, apart from making drinking games, you can make a drinking game whenever someone rips off Saw in this movie. Whenever one of the actors fail miserably to deliver a line, I realize this is improvised. I should have written a script. I didn't, because this is one of those movies I can really just talk about for hours. I can talk long and this movie lasts about because it's just so bad. And you really got a little bit of history about me when it comes to bad movies. I'm not kidding when I say I'll watch pretty much anything. Okay? Rom-coms, I've seen quite more rom-coms than I'd be comfortable admitting. Not really into the whole genre, but I'm willing to sit through them. I'm willing to give any movie a chance, which is my downfall. Especially when it comes to movies like this. Why the hell I decided to watch it, I really don't know. It just... Ugh. Anyway. I can't show you clips from the movie, partly because I don't own it. Come on, like I'm going to buy that movie. And partly because if I show clips from it, it's enough somebody feels, hey, your infringement is now copyrighted, let's boot this guy off YouTube. I want to be booted off YouTube. You know, I don't want to. So, live and let live. And besides, I really would not show you clips from this movie because, much like the eldritch horrors of H.P. Lovecraft himself, coming in contact with this will drive you quite insane. And no, I'm not trying to be cute here, I'm quite serious. It will drive you insane if I show you clips from this movie. If you haven't seen it, don't. If you've seen it, my condolences. So yeah, H.P. Lovecraft's The Tomb. Read the book. I deeply recommend the book. I can't say so much about it because, if I, as I said, it's extremely short. It's like, I think it was 6 pages in a paperback, and not a big paperback. I'm talking like, you know, this size right here. And it really was like 5, 6, maybe 10 pages. And it's one of those, I gotta be honest, the book, that would make a great low-budget horror movie. Because seriously, I could film it with, you know, give me a camera, give me a fairly sizable house, give me maybe 10 people who don't even have to be that good actors. They just have to be able to, you know, walk and maybe say 10 lines, and I can make a short movie out of that. And I'm not a very good filmmaker, as this production here proves, but I could do it. I can make an adaptation of The Tomb, and sticking close to the source material, you could easily outdo, you know, pretty much any mainstream high-budget horror movie in terms of suspense, because it's such a great piece of material. Sadly, no, that's not what we get here. We get a shameless Saw ripoff, which really, if you find anything good with this, you're either stupid, you're drunk, or you're lobotomized. I'm sorry. If you seriously enjoy this movie, we cannot be friends. I'm afraid that's just impossible. There's nothing redeemable about this movie.